You having fun, guys? Yeah. Good show so far. Young show. I feel like the chaperone back there. Like you don't have to hide your joint. Like it's cool. But I've reached that age. Clinton, Indiana, you lost your Mr. Gaddy's, but you kept your nightlife. Very cool. Appreciate you coming out tonight to support comedy. You could be anywhere, any of the hot spots here in town. You could be at the VFW, CBS, to the IGA. But you're here. That's very cool. Very cool. I came from work straight here. I got a day job. I told my manager today at work I was going to have a quickie for lunch. Turns out that's pronounced quiche. That's embarrassing. Crazy, working overtime, trying to make some money. I make less than I used to make. I'm trying to get used to not having so much money. I used to do things when I had money. I'd go zip lining in a cave. Like I go things for an extreme sport. Now if I want to do something that's extreme, it's like driving without car insurance. That's a rush. I'm trying to look on the positives of not having a lot of money. One of the positives, I no longer have to set an alarm clock. Because I got a guy from the Discover Card Company in Columbus, Ohio. Calls me every morning at 8:01 a.m. I just put the cell phone by my head. I'm like, 614 area code, time to go to work. When I was sleeping, I just roll over. Chase Bank's going to call me at 9. That's my snooze button. Freaking weird thing out there. Just trying to do my thing, trying to stay relevant, trying to be out there, trying to be dating. We got people on dates tonight? No? If you're married to them, that could still be a date, guys. That's like everybody's paired off 2 by 2. Like I'm like, what is this? It's a weird cult. This is that's a strange thing. I've been dating a woman. Things are going well, pretty well. When we go to the hotel, we always get 2 beds. Not because we're saving it for marriage. We need a dry one to sleep in, guys. It's a squirting joke. Some of the young girls not smiling at that yet. Some of the older ladies like, you'll learn. That's a thing. Holy cow. I'm always saying stupid stuff. The other day I go through the Walgreens drive-thru and made the pharmacist mad. They don't like it when all you do is order pork rinds and Jack Daniels. She's like, sir, people typically use this lane for pills. Let's be proper then. Throw that in the bag too. Let's do this. Can you imagine, sir, if you could buy drugs through a drive-thru? Just roll up. You're like, hey, I'll take a 30-day supply of Xanax. Get that voice on the other end. Would you like to upgrade your milligrams today for $1 more? Yeah, give me the Happy Meal. I'll take one of those. Just happy to be able to smile in front of everybody and not be embarrassed. A couple years ago, I was doing comedy, and every time I smile, I was missing part of my 2 front teeth. Here's what happened. I moved from an affluent suburb of Indianapolis called Carmel to a terrible little town called Lebanon, Indiana. You guys heard of this place? We get there the second day. I moved there with a lady. She's like, keep the lights off. I want to sleep. We got stuff everywhere. So I get up. I have to go to the bathroom. I trip, fall, bounce my face off of a steel chair. Oh no, I go into the bathroom, looked in the mirror, perfect triangle missing out in front of my teeth. I looked like a redneck vampire. And all I could think was, are you serious? You've been in Boone County for 2 days and you already look like the rest of these folks. I just like tore the sleeves off my shirt, trying to wear real tree clothing just to blend in with the locals. We broke up then. It was back to dating. I got the internet apps. You guys have the apps on your phone? I got a couple apps. I got one called Pokemon Go. I got one called Tinder. Pokemon Go is a game where you're trying to catch monsters, and Tinder's a game where you're trying to catch women, but it's basically the same premise. In both cases, you have to throw your balls at your prey. And the better the prey, you have to use better balls. And I don't think I'm playing either one of these games right because I'm not going to the gym for either of them. So, it's kind of weird. Which in a town like this too, it's weird. Like it's a small town. Like if you never left the town, looking at the open dating pools, kind of like looking at like your baseball cards when you were a kid. You're just like had it, need it. Like it's a weird thing. I date older women. You got fans in here of the older opposite sex or same sex? I don't care. You folks, you can clap, and that means you're the young one. That's how it goes. I'm 38 years old. I date women in their 40s into their 50s. I dated one woman that's 58. That's 3 years older than my mom. That's not the joke. No, I figured my budget is senior citizens discount. Just makes good sense. We can go to the Fever game for half price, and that's okay by me. It's weird though, because like then when you go out with a girl that's closer to your own age, and she hears about the older women, she thinks you're like you got a granny fetish. Maybe you're just into old women, right? To a 30-year-old girl, 58 might as well be 88. I come home from work one day, and my girlfriend's standing in the hallway wearing a shawl and a pair of reading glasses. She's like, "Come on in, dear. Come sit next to me." On the Davenport. I go there, she's got a bag of Werther's Originals candy sitting on the coffee table. Like sandwiched between a Reader's Digest and a TV guide. She fixed me a bowl of butter pecan ice cream. We watched the first season of Matlock on VHS. I go to sit down next to her. She starts to seductively take down her shawl to show me her newest tattoo. Meant to look like a tuberculosis vaccination scarf from the mid-1960s. This is my life. It's crazy. I met a girl on the app. I met her on the Match.com, right? A classy girl I know, because on the way to the first date, I get this text message. It says, "Bring condoms." We both subscribe to this site. This is a brothel for people on a budget, but let me act like I earned it at the end of the night, and that's just not what you do. And I was like, I'll go ahead, I'll play along, we'll do this. So I roll into the pharmacy in her neighborhood. It was a snooty Hamilton County, so it's the pharmacy, and I go in there, and they're sold out of all but one brand of condoms. They're selling Lifestyles brand. Sir, are you familiar with the Lifestyles? See, I wasn't either. And the kind that they had on display, those are called the Kings. Can you guess what the Kings are good for? Great to bag leaves with. That's what I looked at these just horrified. Like if you ever break your leg, and the doctor is like, you need to keep this thing dry when you're in the tub, you can take a Lifestyles brand prophylactic and put it on and keep it out of the tub. I was like, this date just got really expensive. Not only do I have to buy this box of Kings, now I gotta buy this box of Extends. That bag of rubber bands. That's how this night's going. Got a small dick, that's those jokes. That's how we're going with this. Holy cow. So I live in Carmel again now, and Carmel's about as diverse as this room is tonight. We're about 83% white, 16% Caucasian. And I got that 1% that plays for the Pacers, the Fever, and the Colts. So that's a joke. The Fever can't afford to live in Carmel. It's weird because where I work, it might as well be the United Nations. I work for a college that's very multicultural. We have the word international in our name. So it's really cool to have people from different backgrounds to work with. I have a co-worker. She is from Korea. And we have a pitch-in dinner at work. And she brings in a dish. She says, this is called bulgogi. In my language, this translates to fire meat. And I was like, we got that word here too in America. It's called chlamydia. Another thing she wants to bring from her culture into ours, when she gets married, the mother and father of the bride are going to hold open this blanket. and the wedding party takes turns throwing chestnuts at the blanket. And according to Korean tradition, however many chestnuts stay on the blanket, that's how many male children the couple's going to have. Like, that's a weird tradition, because I'm an American. Every time I've ever thrown a nut on a blanket, that was to avoid a kid. It's different. I'm going to wrap this up with a universal truth type joke, because I can tell not everybody's liked how I got a little randy at the end there. So let's bring it back here with something super wholesome. Who in here has ever received a text message that was not meant for you? It was about you. You guys may be able to see where this is going. I meet a lady, we exchange phone numbers. Everything she sent me is just boring as can be until I get 2 of them in a row. Now, the first one's supposed to go to me, the second one's supposed to go to her best friend. It's about me, and here's what it says. He was super nice and so funny. Our personalities work. I'm just trying to not care so much about looks anymore. That's never gotten me anywhere. So I don't see her anymore. But I started collecting stuff like that on my phone. And here's my last one. Who in here has ever loaned money to somebody? And they say they're going to pay you back with their tax check. But they don't pay you back with their tax check. What they do is they go onto the Facebook and they start posting pictures of stuff they're buying with the money that's coming from their tax check they're going to pay you back with. Right? She's online posting pictures getting her hair done, posting pictures of her grandkids, Air Jordans. Grandkids, Air Jordans. And I was going to stay quiet until one day she got all religious with her status. Now, for the sake of this joke, we're going to call this woman Dolores Barlow. Mainly because this woman's name is Dolores Barlow. Here's her post. Our road to redemption has no GPS. We must rely on God to be our compass. Hashtag way. Hashtag truth. Hashtag light. Thankful for another day. Be blessed, y'all. There's like 18 A's in the Maw. I don't know why she did that. And then right before she blocked me, this is what I replied. The wicked borrows and does not pay back, but the righteous is gracious and gives. Psalms 37:21. Those aren't my words, those are God's words. Pay me back, Dolores. You guys have been fun.